Rabbit farming, also known as coniculture, is the practice of raising rabbits for meat, fur, and other products. It is a profitable agricultural activity that is gaining popularity in Nigeria and Africa due to its numerous benefits. Rabbit farming is a promising livestock enterprise that has become increasingly popular in Nigeria and across Africa. Rabbit farming is a profitable business with a high rate of return on investment, low capital investment, and minimal operational costs. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, rabbits are the most efficient livestock animals in converting feed into meat. Nigeria's population growth has increased the demand for protein-rich animal sources, making rabbit farming a viable option for investors. In Nigeria, the domestic production of rabbit meat falls far short of the country's demand, leading to a significant supply gap that can be filled by rabbit farmers. Rabbit farming is an underutilized animal production venture in Nigeria that has significant economic potential, including a positive impact on food security and employment creation.
I am Ambassador Babalola Olawale Atonda, the CEO of Rockland Agro-Allied Enterprises. We are into crop farming and animal husbandry. The animal husbandry section, we have poultry where we have the pullet and the broilers. So in the animal section, we also have rabbitry, piggery, and we have small ruminant which comprises of goat and sheep. So in the crop section, we are into fruit vegetables, which include cucumbers and others. To start a rabbit business is not something bogus or something big. You can start as little as you like, maybe with a male and a female, or with 2 females and a male. And those things needed is just like capital, labor, and land. So when I'm talking about capital, the capital is just how do you purchase your rabbit, the money needed for acquiring the rabbit. The capital still goes the long way by providing the shelter for them. Then what type of shelter do you give to your rabbit? These are the things, because you must make them comfortable if you want a better result. So you need your capital, which will take care of the feeding of the rabbit, the purchase of the rabbit, and housing of the rabbit. I think those are the important things that you need to get. Before we can talk about gestation period, there should be a mating. If there is no mating, there is no how we are going to come up with a gestation period. So mating, I mean, is there will be crossing between a matured male and mature female. And how do you know that you have successfully crossed your rabbit? That is when you see the male. After the male climbing, the normal practice is to take the female to male for mating. So when you see the female, she will lie on her back, raise her hind leg, and the male will climb. Then once the male falls down from the back of the female, that shows a successful mating. From that day, you can start counting, because it varies. The gestation period runs from 29 days, let's say from 28 days to 33 days. It varies from the rabbit. So that is the gestation period. And the possible number of kids that you can get, well, let me say from 1 to 12. That is what I've gotten from my own farm. Though one of my friends told me that he got 17. And I think that's the highest in the history of Nigeria. So my farm, we have seen the one that has given birth to 1 and up to 12. In Nigeria, the very common breed that we have here in Nigeria, we have New Zealand white, New Zealand red, New Zealand black, we have Dutch, we have California, we have Alaquin. Some other breeds, we have them too. We talk about Flemish giant, but that is not very common in Nigeria here. But it is even very hard to get a pure breed of Flemish giant. We still have some other breeds. Then there are some breeds that we call Aila NG and Aila Max. To be sincere, the Ayla NG and Ayla Max, it is not that they have, what's it called? It's just like a mixture of breed that gives us that. Though this Ayla of a thing, we normally use them for meat purpose because they don't have good mothering ability. So to talk of New Zealand White, they are good mothers. They can take care of their kids very well. But New Zealand Black, they are not very good. New Zealand White, New Zealand Red, they are perfectly okay, and they can grow up to from 3 kg upward. 3 kg to, some can go to 3 kg to 4 kg. But when we're talking about Alaquin, in my farm I have Alaquin that is up to 5 kg. Normally, rabbits are pseudo-ruminant. Pseudo-ruminant in the sense that they can utilize the forages taken by them with the help of the large cecum that they have. Now, the question says, what do they feed on? Basically, rabbits are foragers. They feed on forages. But in an advanced way that we are now, in an advanced life that we have come up with different type of feeds. We have compounded feed. In fact, even before we started compounding rabbit feed, we normally use grower mash of chicken for them. Grower mash of chicken. That is what we normally feed them with. But you know, as technology is advancing and world is moving up every day, we tend to have more and pelletized feed. In fact, presently as I'm talking, there are feeds being compounded for rabbits in different form. We have the crumbles, we have the pelletized one in different sizes that is suitable for their different ages, with the winner size, the grower, the mature. Disease associated with rabbit, we have different diseases. One of them is bloat. I will mention the disease and I will tell you how you can tackle it. Bloat is just the swelling of the abdomen. So how do you tackle that? Well, there are some drugs that they normally sell for bloat, which is KC bloat. But to me, one I have practiced and I see is cheaper in a local way. Just get a red oil, palm oil, get a syringe for yourself, remove the needle, draw the palm oil, open the mouth of the rabbit, pour the oil, give 2 to 5 days, and by doing so your rabbit will be okay, because the oil will break the surface tension and everything will be okay. The gas will be evolved and your rabbit will be okay. Another one to look at, I'm talking about the common diseases. We call it skin mange. Skin mange is when Yoruba call it ekusa, or you see this the hair will be falling off. And how do you treat that? You can treat that with ivermectin injection. We call it subcutaneous injection. You raise the skin up, the back of the rabbit, you pull the skin. In between the skin, you inject. There is a recommended dose of how much ivermectin injection you're going to give. But if you cannot do that, you can actually go for oral drugs, which is ivermectin as well. Another one is ear canker. When you look at the ear, you will see some, will I call it a blister or something like, you will see it in the hair. You can actually treat that with healing oil. You get a cotton wool, so get a little stick that is not big, put the cotton wool on it, try to use the wood with the cotton wool to clean the ear and put the healing oil. With time, it will heal up. Another one, important one I should mention is coccidiosis. That coccidiosis happens to chicken as well. But the coccidiosis has made many farmers to lose some of their investment. But how to tackle this, or what you will see to know that your rabbit has a coccidiosis, is very simple. You will see a paralysis, total paralysis. The rabbit will not be able to stand. They will be lying down. You see them, but they will still be breathing. What you do is just, you can get an Ebansi fort and you administer orally, or any anti-coccidiosis. Within 2 to 3 days, your rabbit will be fine.